Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I'm not in arena. I'm in this PvE zone. What's it called? It's this hidden artifact Arcane thing, alright? I wanted to make this video because I struggled with this, and I think there's other PvPers that might also struggle with this. And I'm basically going to tell you all the mechanics that you need to know so you can streamline the process and get this done as quickly as you want as an Arcane Mage. So this fight isn't that hard. I promise it's not that hard, but there's just a couple mechanics that you can't mess up. It took me like 10 or more tries because I kept messing up a stupid little mechanic. Well, the first 5 tries or 6 tries I was just learning the mechanics, and it was another probably 5 or 6 tries messing up the mechanics. So I'm going to go over the mechanics with you guys. It's not incredibly difficult. I did this in full PvP gear, no gems, no enchants, no food buffs, no pots. No, I had a PvP spec and everything. But basically, let's take a look at it. We have Sigrin, Jarl, and Runeseer, okay? Sigrin is the only one that can be sheeped. Your sheep doesn't heal him. They all share life, but your sheep doesn't heal anymore, but it instead has a cooldown. You don't want to sheep Sigrin too often because it does DR. It has 3 sheeps before it fully DRs, and you can't sheep him anymore. And you want to save the sheep for when he's casting Blood of her something. It's a cast. If you let it go off, you're going to take a lot of damage. If you don't sheep him, you're going to die. Jarl, basically you just kite him, keep it slow on him, especially when he's big and red and doing his whirlwind thing. And Runeseer is going to do a long channeled cast, and you have to break his shield and then interrupt it. Those are the 3. They share life. Once you get them down to like 20% or so, I think you win. Yeah, so let's hop into it. I'll show you guys all the mechanics of this fight. So I start off with a sheep on Sigrin, pop Time War, pop all my cooldowns, and I just start bursting down Runeseer. At the start here, there's no mechanics going on at all. Jarl might head over to me soon, so I'll get ready. I have a mouse over slow macro that I actually made for this. Keep getting knocked on my ass from these freaking axes. I could probably do a better job at avoiding those. Sigrin here, I don't resheep because I want to save it for when he casts that one spell. I keep it slow there on Jarl. There are health orbs that also spawn right there. That yellow health orb spawned. Jarl hit me a few times. I shouldn't have let him hit me. Obviously, you want to avoid this green fire. Walk over this yellow health orb. Here is the first mechanic that I want to show you guys. Several runes appear on the ground. These purple runes, you have to walk over all of them. Once they're going to start bigger, and once they go small, and disappear, they blow up and kill you, basically. So you want to run over each one, preferably the smallest one first, but you don't have to. So run over one, collect it, collect all 3, blah, 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 blah. Since they all share life, if you do Arcane Explosion or anything like that, it is also pretty good because, you know, it's doing triple the damage or pretty decent damage. Getting more runes. So Blood of Her Father, that's the spell I was talking about from Sigrin. If you don't sheep this, it's going to kill you very, very quickly. So as soon as you see that, you want to sheep it. I sheep it almost immediately, gets a couple, like 1 or 2 ticks off, so that's not too good, but you don't want to break this full sheep. If you break this full sheep, it's going to kill you. Jarl goes from phases where he just throws axes to where he runs at you. When he's throwing axes, it's fine. It's not going to do much damage. When he's running at you and he gets to you, he's going to one-shot you. So you want to kite him when he's doing his thing. When he's throwing exact axes, you don't really have to care that much. I am looking around because there are, I don't know, I call them flying birds. They're called Vyrakill that will fly by and kill you, okay? So you want to make sure that you don't get hit by those. There is a little gap, so you'll find the gap. Other mechanics, let's see. Kiting this dude. He's not big and red, so yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. So Ancestral Knowledge, just what I was talking about from Runeseer. He's going to put a huge bubble on himself. You have to break the bubble and then counterspell the Ancestral Knowledge. By the way, this is just a guide that I'm making. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. This is just the way I did it. So yeah, I broke the shield and then counterspelled the Ancestral Knowledge, and if you don't do that, it's also going to pretty much one-shot you. So doing damage into it, doing my best to break it. There, I broke the shield. It's not too hard to break. Then you just counterspell it. Then he just starts casting Shadow Bolts again. The Shadow Bolts don't hit too hard. So here's the Valkyr, or what I like to call them, the Vyrakill, because it's hard to say. And there are a bunch of just birds, angels, whatever, Valkyr going to charge at you. There's always a gap in the line, right? So I'm safe where I was, and they just fly past you. If you don't go in the gap, it's also going to one-shot you. So here, I'm just doing more damage to Runeseer, basically just keeping up my damage on him. shadow bolting. Here's a blade storm, so that this sucks you in. You basically just want to run away from it. Because the blade storm is going to do a lot of damage. I don't think it one-shots you, but it does a lot of damage. Blood of our father is being casted, so I polymorph the blood of the father, or whatever it was called, blood in the whatever. Doing more damage here to Runeseer, making sure Jarl doesn't hit me, keeping this guy sheeped. Pick up the runes on the ground, avoid the fire. That was actually a miracle there. So those Valkyrie that just flew by, I actually didn't see them, and it was actually really funny because I was laughing on my stream because I didn't even see them, but I actually went in the gap on accident. So it wouldn't have killed me, but it would have put me to like 10% life or something, which would have sucked. So there's the Valkyrie again, going in the gap right there. He's casting Ancestral Knowledge, so I have to focus on breaking the bubble and then counterspelling him. Have to avoid the green fire. Ancestral Knowledge is still going off. This one was a pretty close call, I think, because I didn't do too much damage into it. But I'm trying my best to break it. Yeah, so I counterspell him there. Nova the other two, trying to avoid the green fire. Doing a little bit of Arcane Explosion damage. Do some Arcane Blast. Valkyrie. Also, by the way, I figured out this the hard way. If you blink out of range, if you blink out of this circle, it'll also forfeit the match. I did that 2 or 3 times, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so I'm in a safe spot here. They flew by, didn't get hit. Keeping an eye on Sigrun's cast bar. Keeping an eye for runes on the ground. There's Berserker Rage, so I don't want to get hit by Jarl. So I pop a slow on him with my mouse over slow, kiting him, but I'm also collecting these runes, kiting him a little bit more. I'm trying to do damage to Runeseer. Jarl still doesn't hit me. Find the gap in the Valkyrie right here. I'm in a safe spot. Nova Jarl, who doesn't hit me. It's doing damage to Runeseer still. Pick up the little orbs on the ground, because if they go to 0, you die. Stacking back my orbs to 4 just to keep up my DPS. Jarl's not doing too much damage anymore because he's not big and red. He's going Berserker right now, or Blade Storm, so I don't want to get close to him. Blood in the Father is being casted. I sheath Blood in the Father and blink away from the Blade Storm. So actually kind of a lot going on right now, but it gets a lot easier here soon. As you can see, once I get a certain amount done, then there's only a few of the mechanics left. So I just Nova Jarl, so I don't have to worry about him. Sigrun's in a sheep, and I'm just dealing damage here to Runeseer. Evocate back up, because I need a little bit more mana. And just to let you guys know, I have no idea what my PvE rotation is or anything like that. So I'm just doing this as if it's PvP, just like all PvP talents gear, etc. Run away from this Blade Storm. Keep spamming Arcane Blasts. I don't think there's any mechanics pretty much going on right now. I'm just holding my kick for when I need it on Runeseer. I'm not kicking Shadow Bolts because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I don't have it for that big cast that one-shots me. Avoid the Valkyrie right there. Put a Mark of Illumith up. Here's the Ancestral Knowledge. That's what I was talking about that I want to save my counterspell for. I sheep Sigrun on his cast. Ancestral Knowledge should be broken here soon. There it is. Broke it. Counterspelled it. And yeah, it's basically this over and over and over until you beat it. So I can fast forward a little bit probably through this. But yeah, just keep doing this. Blah, 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 blah. Ancestral Knowledge, break it. Make sure to sheep Sigrun, avoid Jarl, avoid the Valkyrie. Continue to deal damage, blah, 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 blah. I actually messed up some mechanic right there because I'm a little low HP. And you don't have to do it perfect. So when I say one shot, it's like most your life. And if you mess up probably like 2 mechanics, you'll fail. But if you just mess up 1, you'll usually be able to live unless you're already low, right? So right now I'd probably die because I'm already at 50. I avoid the Valkyrie right there. Ancestral Knowledge is about to pop. I counterspell it. You know, it's just the same thing over and over. So it's not hard. It's like four mechanics that you need to know. And basically, I wanted to make this video so that you guys didn't have to struggle finding these mechanics. You can just watch the video and be like, okay, here's how you do it. Avoid the Valkyrie, blah, blah, blah. Because I got one shot by all of these things several times before I actually figured out what they did. Okay, I didn't actually know anything when I hopped into this. So yeah, that's about it. Just Ancestral Knowledge. Kill it, counterspell it, avoid what I need to avoid. Keep doing the same thing, rinse and repeat over and over. And finally, not yet. Finally, not yet. That Ancestral Knowledge is very close. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, let me back up. This Ancestral Knowledge, I didn't do enough damage, so I just ice blocked it instead. If you ice block, it counts as an immunity towards any of the mechanics, right? So if you were about to mess up any of the mechanics, just ice block, and then you're fine. This guy's getting very low here. Don't want to mess up anything because I have it so close. Jarl's here at like freaking 1% life. Let's skip through this. Jarl is still 1% life. He's still 1% life. See, they share life. So Jarl's finally dead. It's just Sigrin and Runeseer. I think it ends pretty soon here. Once Sigrin gets another percent or two lower, I think the mechanic should end. And here it is. Yeah, there it is. I was very happy. It took me like a little over 10 tries, I think. My first many tries were just figuring out all the mechanics though, so hopefully this streamlined it a little bit. And I know since you guys watched this whole video, you guys want to see what the freaking weapon looks like. I personally don't like it. I'm not going to be using it, but I just did this because it was kind of fun. I'll probably end up doing the frost one at some point. If you guys like this, let me know and I can do the frost one next. I probably won't do the fire one, but I could do the frost one next and work you through the process. It might take me a while. I don't know if it's easy or hard or what, but I'm sure I could do it eventually. But here you get a quest, blah blah blah, role-playing stuff, jump through the vaults, blah 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 blah, and then it gives you another quest. I'm probably looking for some arena right here during the role-playing. The quest finishes up, and then you have to return back to Dalaran because they like to make you run all over the place. You return back to Dalaran, you talk to Khadgar, you turn in the quest. And here it is. That's what it looks like. I'll do a nice pause right there. That's the weapon. It's pretty ugly in my opinion, but you know, to each their own. If that matches your mug, maybe you're going for some Time Lord set or something like that, you can go ahead and wear it. But that's about it, boys. That's about it. Let me know if you guys want this, if you thought this was a complete waste of time, or if you guys kind of like this. This is like a guide for PvE dummies like me, because I have no idea, you know, what I was doing here. I'll just pause it right there on the little transmog screen. But yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. This would have helped me a lot, so let me know if it helped you guys. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to thumbs the video up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you didn't. Let me know in the comments below about everything I told you to comment about, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!